Howdy, hey folks, this is Jesse from Team SodaKan, and today Alex and I are presenting another match that took us about an hour to do. So, it's really sped up. I am playing Black Royal Knights, and Alex is playing Greymon subspecies tribal thing. So in my breeding area we have Volcanomon, and he is going for a red memory boost. Volcanomon is going to become Craniamon. We're going to pass turn, give him 2. There's a lot that happens. He evolves the Agumon that searches for Greymons down in the breeding area and sets up a Rise Greymon after popping the memory boost. Using Rise Greymon to get a Marcus Daemon, and then Blitz Greymon to put me back down to a Shademon from my Crania. I know, it's only been a minute and a lot has already happened. We get up into a Genkumon though, giving him 4. Just had to take a sip of coffee. Searches with Agumon. We just have a Hagurumon down in the breeding area. Greymon on his field. Gaia forcing the Genkumon. We get the reveal off of the, was it Pagumon? I do find it interesting, just the matchup that we currently have. Black is typically Alex's color, and red has been more mine. But that is besides the point. We see the Alphamon, and I'm only paying 1, which Alex then told me, yeah, always pay 2 when you swing into this deck. This is literally the first time I'm playing this list since putting it together. So I'm going to be making a lot of misplays. Alex now has a blocker on the board, which isn't the biggest deal. He's going to swing the Greymon to gain an extra memory off of the Marcus, which is the entire reason why he did it. So that way he can memory choke me. He loses the Greymon to a Megidramon, plays the Nokia without having an Agumon to play. Toy Agumon in the breeding area, Tankmon, then Black Memory Boost to gain 2, and then we set up an Izzy and Joe with a Waru Manzemon down in the breeding area, which is totally fine, totally acceptable. But we're just seeing a lot happen here. He has 2 things on board, so the Izzy and Joe will gain us 2 memory. We're at 3. We're going to hard play the Numemon. The version of the Black Royal Knights list I'm playing is not as blocker centric as some are, so that's why we're not playing things like the Dark Tyrannomon, even though that does make more sense. It's also just because I traded my playset away a while back to somebody who was getting into the game, and I didn't have intentions of building black at the moment, and now look at me. So we have a Crania on board again. Love to see that. We're staying at 5 memory thanks to Izzy and Joe, and I'm going to take another sip of coffee. Lovely. And yes, we do just swing with that Crania. Does this Crania have reboot? Does it have the Toy Agumon? I think it does. You know, we're saying at a pretty, yes, it does have reboot. We're saying at a pretty even field here. We have a memory setter. We have 2 Izzy and Joes out. Since I'm not playing the blocker-centric version of the deck, that is why I opted for the Izzy instead of the BT2 tie. Because I feel getting to manipulate the top of the deck is the better call. We have, what is that, 7 memory to work with. Oh boy. Alex does have this Shine Greymon out, now, which can be kind of scary, honestly, because when it swings, when tamers are suspended, it gets a security tag +1. So when it swings and Marcus taps, that's just security tag +2 there. And I'm going to end up making a very large misplay here in a little bit. Tankmon, and then we're going to just play Agumon blocker, and you're about to see the misplay happen. So he is going to declare with Shine Greymon. Tap is now security tag +2, and he -2k to the Crania. I choose to block with the Crania, not the Agumon, for whatever reason. So we reveal off of Pagumon, reveal Alphamon, and then draw 2 off the Izzy and Joe. I don't know why I chose to block with Craniamon. That is such a big misplay on my part. It's insane. Not my smartest decision that I've ever done. Yeah. But the Greymon subspecies, Greymon tribal, he prefers to call it subspecies, is a deck that's actually been doing very well for Alex. It definitely goes off. And then we see the Alter S come down, leaving me at 2 memory. I go up to 3, and then I gain that 4. And with the black memory boost, we now have a total of 9 to work with. Just a Junkmon down in the breeding area. Our final egg is hatched. Iron Fisted Onslaught to get rid of the Alter S, putting us to 1. I don't know if didn't know if it was going to be matter too much, but we were in a position where we want to get rid of the big threat and then make sure that he can't go for game the following turn. So the War Growlmon, I'm going to choose to block. Or no, I didn't choose to block it. Its effect went off. This War Growlmon deletes, I believe, 4k or lower when attacking. But we have the Izzy and Joe to draw 2, all that good stuff. We're only staying at 3 memory now because he only has 1 thing. We only have 3 cards in deck, so we can't. We're unfortunately in a position where we can't really do much. Yeah, we're just playing an Izzy and Joe to basically just see what's all left in deck. Don't think we're getting this game 1, and so we're just going to concede and move on in game 2, where I choose to go first, and then hopefully I stop having so many misplays. We evolve the Junkmon in the breeding area, black memory boost right away, and grab a Toy Agumon. ST7 Agumon for Alex, then Nokia going into the ST1 Agumon, then immediately using Nokia to make the BT5 Greymon free, and then BT1 Agumon, and I believe he did actually find a tamer there. Shademon coming into play here, and I don't think that Shademon's going to be lasting much longer. We're going to go into Waru Manzemon. I don't know if I really should have popped the memory boost here, and just instead memory choked him a little bit harder, because now I'm not able to swing with the Alphamon that turn. But that's besides the point. We see the red memory boost come down for Alex, and he's going to grab, I believe, this Rise Greymon. To explain his deck a little bit more, he calls it Greymon subspecies because it's essentially Greymon tribal with like Growlmon stuff in it. It's a very interesting deck. I actually really like the concept of it, and it was very interesting to play against. Alphamon does swing. We pay 2 to get up to 13, and a Mechanorimon. And I believe he passed turn with that Rise Greymon there. We're going to leave the Toy Agumon down in the breeding area. We swing. He gets his Agumon off of that Nokia that we hit into. We're going to gain 2 to leave it our turn, and then Black Memory Boost. And I believe we're going for the Numamon. Yes, because we are not seeing a champion. The only other champion that we've seen so far, other than the Shademon, I believe, is that Mechanorimon. And Mechanori is just better to hard play. He's choosing what he wants to Digiburst for the Victory Greymon, and then he's going to take out the Mechanori, which is totally fine. It's not the end of the world. He swings on the Alphamon, and then for the Pokemon we reveal an Izzy, which is not a Digimon card, so it has to go back to the bottom of the deck. Cordramon coming down, and boy, it's not looking good for us. We're going to evolve into Numamon, Black Memory Boost, and then go into the Megidramon to choke him at 1. And coffee, once again, is a lovely thing. The ST1 Greymon coming down, making it free with Nokias. The Victory Greymon immediately swinging into a Craniamon, which is just nutty. It gets rid of a problem for us. And so, Rise Greymon coming down once again. And we're going for Genkumon, because we're going to leave him at 2, but we're going to get rid of both his blockers. And then he is going to bring us back down to a Numamon. Blitz Greymon is honestly, it's a nice card. It was one of my favorite cards in the BT 1.5 format. And I'm just happy to see that there is a deck that's playing it again. But it's unfortunate that he immediately swung into an Iron Fisted Onslaught for him. We're both saying at 3 security. I'm saying at 4 memory because he finally put down a memory tamer. Tankmon down in the breeding area, and don't know, did not catch it. I believe it's definitely either a Junkmon or a Toyagumon under it. And then we're going to set up a blocker with Craniamon. Alex is going to be at 3. Agumon down in the breeding area on top of the Koromon, of course. You love to see it. With a Growlmon coming down next. And then I believe he is just going to Red Memory Boost. It looked like he was debating between a Trident Revolver or the Memory Boost. All the Trident Revolver would have gotten him at that point. Would have been a just draw 2. In the meantime, he promoted, and then I have to remember my reboot, and then pop the Memory Boost. And then BT1 Agumon once again. He de-digivolved Craniamon back down to Numamon. Blitz Greymon again, just putting in work. And we're going to go into Alphamon. Alphamon here, he has no blockers, so as long as we don't get hit with something like a Gaia Force Self Security, we're going to take this second game here. And yep, that is game 2. We're going on game 3. Alex elects to go first, of course. A lot of decks for the Digimon TCG just tend to want to play first, I feel. Which, nothing wrong with it. We immediately set up in Izzy because he gave us the memory too. We're showing him how we're putting it back. We gain our memory, so we sit back down at 1. We have to give him 3, so I don't know if it's just... Yeah, we just didn't see the right type of ultimate that we wanted, which, you know, it's how the game goes. He's gonna Trident Revolver, or no, it's Heir of the Dragons, I believe, to get a free draw 2. We're gonna swing with Alphamon, pay 2, so that way in case we hit something big, we don't die. And then we're just gonna set up a blocker. We're looking pretty good. We had to pause because Alex got a phone call and the camera was dying there, so that's why that cut looked a little rough and the camera angle changed a little. Once again, we're gonna swing with Alphamon, and now we're playing it a little risky, so that way we've been swinging into a lot of low stuff, and so we're wanting to we're playing it a little riskier, so that way we're actually gaining memory and profiting off of swinging with Alphamon. We pass the turn with our black memory boost, and then Alex immediately goes into a red memory boost, and then goes into a Rise Greymon. So now Junkmon is up on the board, Agumon is still there. We're only going to pay 1 once again with Alphamon, going to 4 after the swing, going into Shademon, because we just want protection, popping the black memory boost, and an additional Shademon, putting Alex to 2, and then he goes up to 3 because of the Marcus Daemon. And then Victory Greymon, he is going to Digiburst those 2. I just immediately assumed he was going to go and put it on Alphamon, but he decides to kill the Shademon, which is fine. He was trying to have this all happen in a way to like alter it, basically. Black memory boost out of security. So he declared on the Alphamon, pops the Agumon with the Rise Greymon skill, and then I'd have to block with the Shademon. So it is my turn. We have 5 to work with because we go to 3 and then gain 2 off of the Izzy and Joe. We're going to swing, paying 2, I believe. Yes, paying 2 to get over the Victory Greymon, so that way he can't just alter us the following turn, because I had a feeling that was going to be coming down. We're sitting at 3 still because of the black memory boost, and I believe we just evolve into an additional Alphamon in the breeding area after playing our blocker Agumon here, because we just want possible protection. And then I believe this is going to be it after Alex's turn finishes up here. We're nearing down to the end. He is just digging and digging and digging, saying at 0 memory. He's going to swing with the Agunimon and hit a Warumanzemon and Guy Force the Alphamon, Volcanomon. We have a lot of memory to work with, and it's because of him doing that is why we end up taking this game, because now we can easily get up into the Volcanomon, put something on top of that, delete something, knock out the last 2 security, and then take game with Alphamon. That's it, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.